And we're back. Welcome to Six of Swords Tarot. It's your girl Bird. Hi. Saturdays in the park. For those of you in the US, I mean, the storm situation, is it real where you are? Because thanks to science, the lie detector determined it was a lie where I live. And I knew it. But in other places, it very much is like, now I'm not saying it's a lie, but I feel like some places got a little cray-cray about it for no reason, kind of like, you know, where I live. But other places are really getting slammed, so do 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 do. Friends playing guitar, playing Italian songs. Listen, Chicago, Bailey, welcome. It's icy there. Yeah, Chicago, highly underrated band. Highly underrated. But yeah, I know that up north, Midwest, I mean, it's a real mess. Let me fix my chair because something weird's going on with this chair. Hold on, there's some weird ass noise outside. Oh shit. Yeah, the birds are going nuts outside. They're probably all flying in my backyard. That's what's happening. Is all of the birds from the north, because they know that I am the queen bird, they've come to my backyard. So they're flocking here because it ain't snowing here. It ain't snowing here. Listen, there's no ice here. It's going to be 64. I mean, that's why I moved here. I don't do the cold. Yeah, and as a matter of fact, it's actually too cold here for me. So I'd like to start snowbirding January and February, but my friend tells me that I'm not old enough to snowbird, that I have to wait until I'm 40 years old to snowbird. But then, Bailey, thank you so much. But then my current cats, they don't travel well. So that, I'm not hustling 3 cats with me. Not happening. Bailey is up. Welcome in. Welcome to the show. Friend of the show. I've been watching way too much Tim Dillon, so I say friend of the show. Oh wow, we're doing a big kahuna. Let's do it, BB girl. Yeah, the birds are going nuts out there. I thought it was my weight on the chair, and I'm like, girl, you gotta drop some lbs because if this chair is giving out, but no, it was actually birds swarming in my backyard, so it's fine. Yeah, Bailey, let's do it. Let me get started. Thanks for letting me rant a bit here. Ooh. I kind of feel like Druidcraft is a very grounding deck, and I think this might be a good one. So if you can spare me a few more moments of your patience? I actually want to burn some stuff today. What day is it? January 25th. So it's officially Aquarius season. Bye, bye, bye to Capricorn season. We'll see you next year, Capricorn. Well, technically end of year, but... Alright, ooh, I don't want to light my cords on fire. Okay. Let's get serious. Let's get serious. Spirit, please cleanse our space. Let's get locked in. Spirit, please open me up to be a clear channel so I can deliver messages for the greater good. Archangel Michael, please protect this live stream. Please help me speak truth as clearly as possible today. And thank you so much. Welcome, newbie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, Bailey, deep breath. What does Spirit want me to know? They're taking me to your heart chakra. Your heart chakra is open. Your heart chakra is wanting. Your heart chakra also feels like frustrated and a little bit sad, because I think that you've patiently wanted certain things to validate you or fulfill you. But I think what Spirit is showing you is that you have to validate and fulfill yourself. Is part of your journey and part of whatever season that you're in right now. Okay. Spirit, what does Bailey need to know right now? What does Bailey need to know right now? What does Bailey need to know right now? Yeah, 5 of Swords. The High Priest. This is something actually that kind of came up for me yesterday too. Wow. So you don't know where you're going right now, and that feels uncomfortable. There are certain things that ended, and even if it was like there, you shared some things with me, and I won't necessarily say them out loud, but you've been through some loss lately. I think there's some other things going on as well that feel disappointed, and that could also feel defeating or potentially beat down. Kendra, welcome. Thank you so much. And so you are now being given an opportunity to transform, but you have to trust yourself more, and you have to trust Spirit more as well. And when you are in stages of, even if you don't feel like you're in great grief right now, even when you are in stages of high anxiety or great grief, surrendering to Spirit can sometimes be the only way through it to maintain your sanity. Because if you try to control every outcome, and I don't mean in a bad way, but our mind wants to control things so that things feel like they're in order. But with the 5 of Swords and Death, and nothing feels like it's in order for you right now, and you are being forced with the High Priest here, which is the Hierophant in this deck, to completely say, Spirit, look, these things have happened to me. I don't necessarily know why yet. I don't necessarily understand what is going on, but I need you to light the way for me. I need you to roll out the red carpet and show me where to walk and show me what to do, because like this has been a lot, and clearly this is happening to me because it was meant to, or you contracted for this and in your Akashic record, like whatever, right? And so when we are especially after something traumatic or triggering happens, we sometimes, and again, entertainment purposes only, I am not, please see your primary care provider, therapist, I am not licensed, this is for entertainment only. But oftentimes when we come from places of tragedy or grief, we want to find the next path for us. And you could kind of feel like you're scrambling, or on the flip side too, you can go down like a darker spiral of, well, it seems like nothing's working out for me, and like what gives, what the hell, and that can cause sadness or defeat here. So 5 of Swords represents defeat. This is my nobody wins card. Why would this happen, Spirit? Like, this is so annoying. Why did this have to happen when all I want is love and joy and life in my life, right? I'm going to keep going. 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. Yeah, definitely a 10 of Wands energy. 5 of Swords. This is your soul's journey. Here she is, the Empress, 4 of Cups. Give me a second here. And who else do I have here? Yeah, King of Pentacles. And the Magician. Yeah. You're a tough cookie, Bailey, and you're like, yeah, I don't really want to be a tough cookie anymore. Like, I'm kind of over it. You are looking for healing. You are looking for a way to transcend what you are going through, and Spirit is asking you. So, and I don't know which side you fall on, Bailey, whether it's make sure you're not avoiding these emotions, by the way, because that could also be a message here for you too. Make sure that you're truly, truly feeling this so that you can move through the other side. Just a reminder if you're not. I feel like you probably are, but also, you don't want to sit in it so long that you can't move on, because if you're wired like me, you get addicted to pain if that's like all you know, and that's like your baseline. And so let's talk about what's coming next and where. So the first thing you're doing is surrendering to Spirit, because the energy around you, whether you're aware of this or not, has been heavy. It's been burdensome. It's been, it is. Like, you have acknowledged it, right? You've told me what's going on, but it just feels like there have been multiple disappointments that have kind of been stacking up, and it could even be creating a certain level of anxiety for you, and you're like, I'm trying to find the healing. I'm trying to find the healing. Here comes my child. So what I'm actually seeing is, let's talk about where you're going, and then I'm going to talk about the energy that's kind of hidden from you. The Eight of Wands and Strength this is the energy that you're moving into. So you're actually going to snap out of this relatively quickly. But I think the other thing I want to say is that with this Death card, you kind of need to dedicate, and again, you can create your own spiritual practice, whatever makes sense for you, but you kind of need to dedicate, you need I wanted to say rebrand. That's not what I'm trying to say. There is a rebirth happening. Like, there are some things, and maybe you even want to do some type of like death ritual, like a literal type of death ritual where it's like all of these things that have happened, I am moving on and I'm making peace with this so that I can move forward and I'm not carrying this with me. And the actions of whether it's other people and the other things that have happened, like that's not your fault. All you can do is carry your mind and your heart forward with good intentions, because I feel that you do have very good, very open, very clear intentions, but that doesn't mean that the people that you encounter do. And because you are a sensitive, empathic person, Bailey, that also kind of, you can kind of fall prey sometimes to people who do, whether it's shadier things, because you wouldn't operate like that. And then you question, like, why would someone do this? Or why would someone like act like this or lead me to believe one thing when that wasn't the reality? And it's like, because not everyone is honest. And when you are an honest person, it's hard to understand that. You know what I mean? Excuse me, Augustus. So one of the things that I see in the energy that is that you don't see coming is we have the Empress and the Four of Cups. And this is using your creativity. Like, I'm seeing you either artistically being creative here and creating things. And the interesting combination here, let me pull these away from my child. The Empress and the Four of Cups is like, I'm creating and I'm creating and I'm creating, and I don't necessarily love everything that's coming out, but it's kind of getting your juices flowing again, and like your creativity flowing, and that is going to spark movement and hope and transformation. So I'm seeing a massive transformation happening quickly for you. Death, Eight of Wands, moving forward, but you also have to take action. I'm also seeing some childhood core stuff being activated here for you to heal as well. And connecting with that inner child again. What were your dreams? What were your goals? What were your hopes? What was your plan of what you wanted to do? Because I think you may have been, in this last year that has passed, I think you were really interested or maybe caught up in external things around you. But the Eight of Pentacles brings you back to the self. What do you want to master? What were your plans? What did you want to do that you put away, that you put to the side? And I think some of it has to do with expressing your creativity again, even if it's just for yourself. Even if you create something and you don't like it, you throw it away, it's like starting over. You know what I mean? And having the courage to continue to start over even when you don't like what something looks like or it doesn't come out the way that you want. Blue Star, welcome. And where does this lead? Where does this lead? Well, when Bailey doesn't give up on Bailey, Bailey can do anything. We have the Magician and the King of Pentacles. This is the energy that you're becoming. You are a sorcerer, a master of your own destiny. And if people are always going to disappoint us, right? People are always going to disappoint us. But when you invest in you and you focus on what you want, and you don't focus on as much on, you know, and it's good to be there for other people. And I'm not saying don't be open to relationships and all of these things, but focusing on yourself is going to be key, because when you put too much energy into other people, then we get distracted. I saw a video this morning that popped up. I didn't watch it, but a video popped up on my feed today that said, like, if you are, and I think a lot of my clients can probably relate to this. Like, if you, not all, but I mean, we go through phases, right? Like, if you're obsessed with love, or you're obsessed with, more so than coming back to yourself here, that is when you lose your purpose. I think that was like the title of the video. And I thought that was really interesting, because I think I know people who are going through that stuff right now. And the key is, what do you want for yourself, and coming back to that. Spirit, what else for, and Bailey, let me know if you have any other specifics, but you're coming out of a little bit of a pit here. And some pretty burdensome energy that you didn't necessarily sign up for. You're like, this crap happened to me. This sad thing happened to me. You also could have been led astray by a person somewhere, and you could be disappointed. And it's like, okay, what did young Bailey want to do, and how can I get back there? How can I reground myself to be the creator, to be the master, and remain grounded? And do the things that I want to do, because this doesn't feel good. And when you are back into that Empress creative energy, things are going to start flowing pretty quickly here. 8 of Wands and Strength. Spirit, show me what else. Show me what else. Show me what else. 9th house of spirituality, and boom, that's exactly where we started the reading with the High Priest. Sagittarius, yeah, Pluto and Sag. This could look like a spiritual transformation with this deep surrender going on. I actually want to pull from the Rose deck. Thanks for your patience. If you guys are called to donate, let me know. Up next, we have Kendra, but I'm going to keep on keeping on. Show me. You know, Sag is the ruler of the 9th house. And then you have Pluto there, which, you know, Sag wants to expand, and Sag wants to explore, and transformation. Pluto and Sag can maybe feel a little uncomfortable, because it's like, well, I want to expand. I don't want to be restricted. I don't want to change. I want to make everything glorious and amazing and lucky. And Pluto is like, listen, everyone's got to pay the piper. I mean, seriously. It's having a come to Jesus, metaphorically, not literally, with your spirituality. Bailey. What else? Whispers of Mother Earth. Creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. This is that Empress energy. That's the way through. Lineage of the Rose. Moved by the goddess. Here for this. Soul call. Gather. I also see you, I think opening up to friends and spending more time with friends and building community is something that could be very helpful for you this year as well. Codes of the Seeds Blueprint, take the next step. Wild Rose, do it your way. Embrace your uniqueness. Untamed. Yeah, you don't need anyone's permission to, and I know I say this quite a bit, but I think there's some people in your life that would rather see you. It's funny. Are there people who are restricting you with this Sag and Pluto and Sag? This could even be religious upbringing as well. Spirit, what else is coming forward for Bailey? And it could be healing through restriction from other people. Like you're a free agent, honey. Like you can do whatever you want. Prosperity. The thing I do see around you often, you know, we have that King of Pentacles, prosperity. I'm seeing a lot of abundance around you. We have love. There will be new love that comes into your life. We have strength twice. Again, you are very tough, but it's like, Spirit, enough is enough. Like these things that happened were kind of heavy. We have willpower, which can be a very, very difficult thing. Especially if you feel like, Spirit, I keep getting up and doing the thing, and then when it doesn't work out for me, like, what's the point? Why am I even trying? Trust, and I know what it's like to feel that way, you know? Spirit, show me what else is coming forward. What happens next for Bailey? What energy is coming next for Bailey? What energy is coming next for Bailey? Don't let your past hold you back. Yeah, with that Six of Cups energy, don't let anyone restrict you. Go and do and be free. Sag doesn't want to be restricted. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. End of a tough cycle approaches. Hell yeah, it does. Full moon in Capricorn. Have faith in your dreams. Yes. Just what I said before, going back to young Bailey, or even you like a year or two ago, like what was it that you wanted to create? What was it that you wanted to do? How are you spending your time? And how did you get distracted? All those things that threw you off course, it's time to recenter yourself. Maybe your goals or dreams changed. That's okay too. But Spirit, with that Eight of Pentacles, wherever it is in this pile, it wants you to get back to work on the things that you want to do for your life, for yourself. And when good things come in and love comes in and good people come in, like that's a bonus. But you are the master creator, magician here of your life. You get to create whatever kind of life you want. Let me see what else I have for you. Spirit, what else for Bailey? Lessons, wisdom through mistakes. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. And maybe forgive yourself for choosing something that was wrong. Trusting, faith in the power of Spirit here. Energy, intensity. Oh my gosh, look, this is a lucky moment. Willow John. Oh my God, you guys, look who it is. He never jumps on the table. Fire, transformation, rebirth, renewal. Hi, honeybee. You're very good, baby. You're a very good chicken nugget. Hi. Hi. Say hi to the peoples. They all love you. Okay. Bailey, any final... Hold on, I need to get him off my keyboard. That's the only thing with you, is that you want to crawl on the keyboard, honey. Come here. Go lay down. You're very cute. We'll pull one. I'm going to pull one more from the mermaid deck. Final thoughts for Bailey. Final thoughts for Bailey. Spirit, final thoughts for Bailey. A new dawn. This is what I'm calling your reading. The worst is now behind you and a positive new experience is on the horizon. Yes. Positivity. It is, just like Blue Star said, it is hard, but it's possible when you're crawling out of that pit to focus on the positive, moving forward, right? It's tough, but it's possible. Bailey, I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you being here. And I'm going to move on to Kendra. Kendra, go ahead and post if it's not in PayPal already. And give me just a moment to get all of this situated here. Hi, baby boy. I know. Someone else was getting attention, and that wasn't going to work for you. I know. You wanted to be here for the Aries reading. How baby Gus Gus. I am blessed to have these beautiful children here. Because they're all so good, and they all get along. Hi, I know. Your little chicken nugget. Are you standing on anything else? Yep, there's one more. All right, that was a good deck for that. The Druid Craft is just a tried and true. Yes, thank you, Bailey. Can we use the Earth Woman deck? We sure can. Let me grab her. Hydration check, Kings and Queens to Biohacking 2026. Willow. All right. Oh. Ken, do you want to do Big Kahuna or do you want to do... Tell me what you want to do. Oh, what's it gonna be? I was watching Jessie Woo this morning. Oh, I see you. Okay. Welcome in. If you're called to donate, let me know. Ooh. Okay, Kendra. This is a good one. This is going to be fun. Death popped out for you, too. And your card, Nine of Pentacles, I feel like always comes out for you. I know, Gus. Sorry, I disturbed you with the bell. All right. Oh, what's it gonna be? Alrighty. Blue Star, keeping the positive vibes going in the chat. Okay. Spirit, show me general energy February 2026, career, finances, love, friendship. What's coming towards Kendra in February of 2026. Spirit, please show me. Please show me. Please show me. Snap. All right, let me put these over here. Times are changing. The Wheel of Fortune is the energy you're coming out of. Things are changing, and girl, there is an eclipse. Someone, if you know off the top of your head, let me know. There's an eclipse happening in Aquarius, so in the next couple weeks, in February. What's it gonna be? Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune is what you're coming out of. It's so interesting. The Knight of Wands can sometimes, I used to say this a lot, especially when I was earlier in my reading days. I don't say it much anymore, but Spirit's kind of reminding me of it. The Knight of Wands can sometimes be like a bull in a china shop a little bit, because there's so much energy and they're so ready to go. But, and I love that she's actually female. This Knight of Wands in the past, yeah, as being an Aries, you probably may feel this somewhat regularly. It's like, man, I have all this energy and I want to do something with it. Oh yeah, sorry. I want to do something with it, but I don't know exactly where to go. And so that can sometimes lead to frustration. Also, as an Aries, you may want to do something and see a result pretty quickly, and that can also lead to frustration. Well, this thing isn't working, so... But it's interesting because, oh, look how beautiful the details of this card. There's like a desert. Oh my God, I love this. So anyways, what I like about this particular night is that this is energy that you're coming out of, and she's kind of reflecting, she's moving to the past. Like, there's some things in your past that you're ready to leave behind. You're ready to leave behind, and I feel like you're going to be having more boundaries with your time and energy. Kind of embracing a Queen of Swords type of energy in the month of February, and let's talk about it. Before we even get into the meat here, I want to talk about what's at the top of this reading. We have the Queen and the King of Swords together, which is really interesting. There could be an air sign or someone new entering the chat of Kendra's February 2026. Someone that sees you for actually who you are. And I'm going to talk about all things, not just romance, but let's dig in. So 9 of Pentacles, someone who actually sees you for who you are. And it's funny because I always, no matter what deck I'm using, the 9 of Pentacles always feels like you want to know what the cards are, right? So let me just tell you before I continue, because I think you always like to know. So I have Knight of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Queen and King of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, Temperance, Hidden Energy, King of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Tower, 5 of Wands. You're heading toward, this is funny because it fell out when you, when I shuffled for you, you are heading into Death and Ace of Pentacles, which is actually really good, but we'll get to that. Because I think that you want a fresh start, but doing things the old way, the old Kendra, this Knight of Wands, you're like, it's not really working for me. This isn't really working for me. So instead of throwing stuff at the wall and churning through that Aries energy, the Queen of Swords is like, okay, I have energy, and maybe I'm just throwing this out there. Like, I have all this energy, but the Queen of Swords, I'm very discerning on how I spend my energy, who gets my energy. And maybe you have, I like to use 7 of Cups as an example, even though it's kind of weird. Like, let's say you have 7 different category cups of your life. You can dedicate the Queen of Swords is going to delegate X amount of time, right, for those cups, which is a great thing. But anyways, sorry, let me circle back to this little King of Swords over here. So there could be, I feel like this is new energy coming in with this King of Swords. And this is someone who actually sees you for who you are, but the energy is moving slowly. I don't know if you will even really recognize that this person, the King of Swords, is not necessarily going to be like, hey, I'm super into you and move really quickly. I feel like this is someone who kind of enters your orbit and starts observing you, not in a creepy way. 4 of Pentacles and Temperance. Kendra, I'm observing that Kendra has boundaries. I'm observing that Kendra is very graceful and is also, you know, I don't know if you talk about healthy lifestyle, but someone's observing you and assuming that you, whether it's like at the gym or working out or healthy eating or something like that, there could be someone observing you and they're like, yeah, but they're not going to approach you very quickly with this 4 of Pentacles. They're kind of hiding in the shadows a little bit. So this could be somebody at a place that you frequent. And again, not in like a serial killer way, creepy, but yeah. The other thing, so how am I going to apply that to like friendship and career as well? When it comes to friends, I don't think that if the energy isn't reciprocal or you're feeling like you're not, who do you vibe with? And I'm not, and the thing with friendship is it's not always like 100% all the time. Gravitate to where you feel good and gravitate to where you feel reciprocated. That's what the Queen of Swords is going to do. You don't necessarily have to cut anything off. Laying boundaries is good, but things don't need to be dramatic, even though you do have a few dramatic cards here. Career is looking stable. 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, Temperance. Career is looking really stable. I also see you, particularly with the Tyrell situation, I see you finding your stride in, I'm okay with whatever. Like, I have my boundaries, Queen of Swords. I'm not going to let him just like yap. I don't think this King of Swords is him, by the way. This is somebody else. I think this is a newer energy. And like you're you are loving Kendra the way Kanye loves Kanye in February 2026. Like, that's the goal. Temperance. Now, what do you not see coming? King of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Tower, and 5 of Wands. This could be the moment where you kind of tell Tyrell, like, he may make like a tiny bit of effort, but I don't really think it's enough to impress you, or if it is a little bit enough to impress you, he's kind of showing you that he can't really deliver, which kind of causes some upset. What I will say is I wouldn't have high hopes for him. I wouldn't have any expectation until something is showing up like on your doorstep, it's not real, because I think he says a lot of stuff. I also feel like he carries a lot of drama with him as well. And you want to move out of you. I mean, you're not in messy energy, but there's going to be people around you in February, and it could be him telling you about his life, or him, whether it's him trying to make a little effort with you, or him trying to tell you about his life and have you be a therapist or whatever. The Tower and Five of Wands is like, this is messy energy. Tower and Five of Wands, like, this thing went down, I'm your friend, I can hear you out, but like, this could also be in a friendship as well. It's one thing to be there for someone, but it's another thing to be there for someone when they keep walking into the lion's den. You said he does have drama. Yeah. So it's like you keep walking into the lion's den, and then you want to tell me about it. And you like, I'm not a coach. I'm not here to lecture you. And like, I'm here to have your back. But like, we can do better than this, right? And we all make mistakes when it comes to relationships or whatever. But I think he's got a ton of drama in his life. Stuff that you don't even know about. This can also be, there could be some, the Tower isn't always bad, but I do feel like there could be some shifts that happen in February with the eclipse. And I'm going to pull from the moon deck, and I'll ask about this because I know you're going to ask what these shifts are, and we're going to build on that. That may appear to be challenging at first, but they're actually for the better. So I'm going to pull on that next. We have Death and Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you want the Temperance is the goal for February 2026. How can I maintain my sanity? How do I maintain my health? And how do I keep putting myself first? And if someone observes me and they want to get to know me and they come correctly, like, great. Let's do this. But I'm not transformation. There could be someone that you can decide how dramatic you want to be, but there could be someone who's kind of leaving your life, or leaving your life in the way that you maybe thought they would be part of it in the future. This could be a friend, this could be Tyrell, where it's like, yeah, okay, we still work together, but like, I just don't see you in that light anymore. And then Death and Ace of Pentacles. I'm only investing in healthy stuff right now. I can only plant my seeds in healthy soil. I can't plant my seeds in messiness, or people who truly don't have my best interests, or people who pretend they have my best interests, but they truly just care about themselves, or they just want to talk about themselves. So transformation, and maybe you thought things were going to go one way, but they move a different way, and it's way more healthy for you. I love to see Temperance. Spirit, show me, I want to know more about the Tower and the hidden energy. Tell me more about the Tower. Prosperity lies ahead. Maybe, so when it comes to finances, maybe I don't know if you're looking for a new job or if you like the current role you're in, but there could be abundance opportunities, whether this is a side gig or actual new job. Communication is key. Look at the big picture. We have Sag energy. The answers you need are coming. Yes. I think Tyrell is either going to share something with you or tell you something, and he may be a thing of the past. Yeah, adjustment. Yeah. The Tower is saying, I don't think it's anything horrible, and Aries can handle a lot. So I don't think it's going to be a huge lift for you. but you're going to be adjusting the way that you either see a friendship or maybe the Tyrell situation. Okay. Let's use the animal deck. I feel like I haven't pulled this in a little bit. Welcome in. If you're called to donate, let me know. Everyone's getting a big kahuna today. You are never alone. Whoo! Sit with that. Otter spirit, you are never alone. Dream the world into being. Surrender now. Wow. Did I ever tell you the time I was in my neighborhood, which is why I love this neighborhood, and I was walking and I didn't know what kind of moth this was. This is actually called a gypsy moth. And it died right in front of me, and it freaked me out because I had just started this like healing program, like literally that week. And I was like, oh my God, like what is this? And one of my friends who's into like bugs, like she identified it for me, and I was like, oh my God. I should post it on the channel. I don't think I ever posted it. Be here now, being in the present moment. Yeah, the Queen of Swords, very much. A healthy Queen of Swords is in the moment. I am here now. I'm making intelligent decisions about the information I have and what is in front of me. I'm not delusional. I'm not pretending 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. Like, I am taking the context clues and making the most healthy decisions for myself. And when I see a red flag, I'm deciding it ain't worth it. One more. Ooh, scarab beetle. I was actually thinking this, I need to, I made a whole Egypt vlog, and I just have to piece it back together, and, but I'm going to post it on the channel. Magic works through you. I can't believe that was like almost 3 years ago already. I gotta plan my next trip. My next big trip. Ooh, you know what I want to do? Look at these. Let's use love notes from the universe. I haven't touched these in a long time either. Ooh, let's look at everything. We got time. Let's look at some shadow energy. Love doesn't have to mean near. Some are better loved at a distance, for a while anyway. Wow. So there may be someone that you kind of have to love at a distance. Do something new and different. Those you love, love you. It's not as if you need anyone. For as long as you wish to keep them in your life, whoever they may be, understand them, as opposed to changing them, will wildly improve the chances that they'll wish to keep you in their life. Yeah, so there's a really clear message here about something is shifting, and this could even be with a friend, where it's like, right now we may not be that close, but like, I'm not cutting you off forever type of energy. Let me see what else. Third house. North Node. Yeah, where I'm going, ooh, wow. If you can't communicate clearly with me, North Node, you are trying to live your North Node. You are moving towards what's healthy. You are moving toward your North Star. You are moving towards your destiny and where Spirit called you to go. And if something is messy and gross, that's only going to pull you back into the old timelines of where this Knight of Wands didn't really know where it wanted to go. The Queen of Swords is seeing very clearly. If I'm about to walk into a burning building, maybe not a good idea. And I don't see you as one who does like impulsive stuff like that, but thinking before, looking before you leap here, and I'm making the healthy, even when the healthy choice is the harder choice, I'm doing it anyway, and I can't take everybody with me. Gemini in the 3rd house, I'm moving quickly and I can communicate clearly, and if you can't communicate with me, bye. I'm moving toward my North Node. I don't need to explain to you. I don't need to cut you off in a dramatic way. I'm just going to keep it moving, honey. If you can't keep up with me, bye. Let's look at some shadow energy. Why not? Do I have anyone else up next? What's it gonna be? Welcome in, welcome in. I mean, I've been on for an hour, I think. Yeah. Donations are open. Kendra, let me know if you want any clarification. Let's look at some shadow energy. Raven, knowledge, death energies. Yeah. You're about to see people maybe with fresh eyes, clear eyes. We have death energy twice now. And someone is kind of showing their true colors. Let's see. Mummy. Between the ancient past and modern world, is there any place where I belong? Yeah. Looking for community. Transcendence, intuition, and power. Boogeyman. As life unfolds and shadow overpowers light, will my innocence left be untouched? Yeah. I feel like you've always been a really you've had a lot of powerful energy within you. And I think you are just stepping into that, leveling up more, especially anytime the North Node shows up. It's like, that's my life mission. That's my purpose. Well, let's take a look. Mask, duality, protection, caution. Yeah, so someone around you has been wearing a mask. This person, you're going to see them for their true colors. So that's coming up. Let me see what else. Spirit, show me what other energy do we have to say. Virgo, thank you so much. Virgo is after Kendra. Show me, what else do you have to say about Kendra leaving this Knight of Wands energy? You're learning a new way. The Page of Swords is a student. You are learning a new way to be. You are learning a new way to, and this is something that we all have to do, right? We get set in our ways. We get nature, nurture, the way we're wired. We get stuck into these patterns that make our mind, our psyche, our brain feel safe, when maybe the old way of doing things isn't really working anymore. So you're working smarter, not harder. You're not expending as much energy as you used to. Four of Wands, feeling very stable. And when you do want to expend your energy and when you do want to move forward, You are doing it with people that you feel positive around. You're doing it with people that you feel positive and stable with. And that doesn't mean like crazy butterflies exciting, whether it's dating or friendship. This means like, wow, this feels really grounded and good. Six of Swords. Love this. Very similar to the energy that you're ending in with Death and Ace of Pentacles. I don't know where I'm going, but all I do know is that where I'm going isn't messy. It's not messy. King of Pentacles, moving into a prosperity energy where I am grounded. My energy is sustainable. I feel calm and grounded, and I can still put in the work, and I can still do all these things from a very grounded place, not from I'm moving a million miles a minute in different directions. This is a much more controlled and sustainable way of putting forward your energy. And we have the Seven of Wands, and I feel like I've said this maybe last time I used this deck for you, but it's like, I see you attracting people to you, and whether it's good, bad, critical, or indifferent, you're discerning F you, you're cool type of, you know what I'm saying, type of energy. You don't have to entertain every option or every piece of drama that comes your way. Final message is Spirit. We have Magician. Beautiful. This deck is amazing. I'm going to pull a few more for you. Yep, Page of Cups. Refreshed, renewed, Death, Ace of Pentacles. Let me see what else. Let me pull a few romance, because we picked up on that Knight of, or that King of Wands. Spirit, show me more about this King of Wands. Ooh, true love. Free yourself. Time to take back control of your life. Yeah. And that could be your schedule, your energy. Worth waiting for. Make the effort. Yeah, so the energy that's coming in is not going to be quick or rushed, by the way. And that's what I have for you, my friend. I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Up next, I have Virgo. Virgo, you can go ahead and post. I need a 1-minute intermission, and I will be right back. Because I think I've been reading for an hour, actually. And I've been chugging my water, which is good. Yeah. What's it gonna be? I need to use that shadow deck more often, because I just think it's cool. Okay. BRB, Virgo.
Hi, babies. Hi, hubby peeps.
for sure. Blue star, I love it. It's okay, I put in PP. All right. Okay, let's do it. All right, Spirit, let's tap into Virgo's energy. Blue star, I feel like you. Oh, snap. All right, let's do it. Virgo. I'm going to do last call, guys, because I need to go lift weights. You know what's really weird? I used to be afraid to lift weights, and now I'm like, I find it to be like a meditative, I feel like it's not a lot of effort. And allegedly, you know, science says it's supposed to be good for you. Because I was so intimidated when I was young, but then now I'm old and I'm like, I don't care. What are these kids gonna do at the gym? They don't care. All right, curious on how B feels about me. Curious on how B feels about me. I get a vibe. Am I crazy? We kind of work together sometimes. How does B feel about me? I don't even want to shuffle anymore. Give me 1 second. Spirit, connect me to this B's energy. This B, they're not really a B, but they are a B. Give me 1 second. Are they a Scorpio? Mysterious. Mysterious. Very interesting energy with this person. Very interesting energy. Very mysterious energy. And their energy is not easy to pin down either. Hold on 1 second. This person could have a strong Scorpio placement. I think this person gets fixated on things and they are very passionate about things. They're also very, they may come off as very serious about things, but in their head, everything's kind of a joke. It's so interesting. I'm seeing tall. I don't know if they're mixed or like a lighter skin-ish. I'm seeing dark hair but short hair. Medium to slenderish. Not crazy tall. That's what Spirit's showing me. Not that, I mean, I know you know what they look like, but I'm just kind of trying to grab here a little bit. They also may come across as a lone wolf. I think people respect them, but they are not interested in the drama. They are not interested in the drama that's going on. 9 of Pentacles, yeah, they're abundant. They're in their own energy, and they are trying to stay in their own lane. Very much could be a Scorpio. 3 of Pentacles, they work with others fine. We have Emperor energy, Fool. How do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? Wow, look at these majors. Yeah, they, okay. Let's see. Philomena, welcome. You heard it's good for muscle. Yeah. I heard it's good. You're the nurse, so you know. Let me read. Sorry, my eyes are open now. I've been venting to them both about things. I'm wrapping my head around it. Actual cap. Okay, fine. Probably Scorpio too. Am I on mute? Controlled, cool, and kind, yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, you're not crazy. You're picking up the vibe. You're definitely picking up the vibe. I mean, Virgo and Cap, that's a great match there. This is good earth energy. King of Cups, he's open to your energy. Lovers, he finds you intriguing. He respects your energy. Emperor, he definitely feels like you're someone that can lead. He's excited that you're there. He is very open to your energy. He also wants to work harmoniously with you. Is he going to make any major moves right now? No, but I kind of feel like everything else in this reading is pointing to the energy isn't scary and it looks okay. Clearly you guys are in a work situation. And so this Four of Pentacles is like, I can't get too deep too quickly here. But King of Cups, like he's open to your energy. He's attracted to your energy. You feel fresh. Not only are you fresh and new, but you actually, the way that you're leading, I think maybe the previous leader was like, maybe the opposite of your demeanor. And maybe they felt like they couldn't trust them. But yeah, if a Capricorn is confiding with you and talking to you, more than likely they probably trust you. Capricorns don't trust everybody. Yeah, Six of Swords. You are helping the whole crew move to better horizons. And yeah, Queen of Swords. He likes the way that you're leading. He also feels like you are very competent in what you know, and maybe he couldn't trust the previous leader or felt like they were an idiot. I described him pretty well. Philomena, what is up? He's very respectful. Like he can be a bestie too. Last call for donations. Hey, Michelle, thanks for sliding in. You're enjoying the energy. Oh, yeah. Just see how it evolves. See how this thing evolves, but very positive energy. I do think he thinks you're attractive, and I think he's open to it. So I'm going to kind of leave this energy here. Let's see what else. Let's do the dice. King of Cups, I think he's just super open to you. And there's potential, not potential, for things to potentially grow here with Lovers and King of Cups. This is looking really good. Very positive, favorable energy. Mars, what are we? Oh no, Venus, sorry, my eyes. Venus and Capricorn in the 4th house. So, in astrology, we could do a master class on Venus and Capricorn, and no shade to anybody. Venus and Capricorn is someone who likes the finer things in life. Venus and Capricorn can occasionally, I'm just saying this for education purposes and fun, I'm not saying that they are, but Venus and Capricorn can sometimes be like gold digger energy. I don't think he is a gold digger. I mean, clearly you guys are doing the same line of work. Like, I think maybe he does well for himself, or he's made some really good financial decisions for himself. Potentially he's a homeowner and has his you-know-what together. But yeah, in regard to you, nothing but respect and really open to your energy. He also needs to feel safe with someone. I don't think that he opens up to everyone. I think he's very selective. So the fact that he's giving you the time and attention is showing me that he feels comfortable with you, which is important for earth signs. So I'm going to leave that with you. Let's move on to the next reading. Last call. Okay, next one. How does BA feel about me? Can you just put the initial in the chat so I know where this... Oh, B and A? Hold on. How does B.A feel about me? Both of these men seem supportive of me, which is nice. Ooh, yeah. I love earth signs. They just get it. Hey! Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Girl. I have a Virgo boss, and incredible. Like, I was like, oh my God, someone who freaking gets it. Oh, it's one person. Okay. How does BA feel about me? How does BA feel about me? So this is an in-depth. All right, last call, guys. We are now closing readings. No, you're good. How does BA... Oh God, I've never been subjected to a Leo boss, so that I can imagine that would be rough. Oh God. Tell me how great I am. Can we only talk about me? Sorry, Leos. I have a sibling who was a Leo rising, and it was... Leo risings are a different breed. They're just a different, like, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. Also squares on my Scorpio. Like, sorry. How does BA feel about me? How does BA feel about Virgo spirit? Sorry guys, I'm not trying to waste time. I just need time. How does this is energy of BA. Energy of BA. Energy of BA. This person is adaptable and they are moving through... I won't say this person's on autopilot, but this person is dealing with a lot. I don't know if they've opened up to you. I feel like there's a lot going on with this person. I know that's not your question, but let me get through this really quickly. They are happy. Is this also a work person? I think that they're happy you are there. They're happy you are there, and they're hopeful for the future. They have a new perspective on things. They're not maybe as energetic as the other person I just read, because something's up with this. There's something deep going on with this person as I'm sitting in their energy, and they're actually... I don't think they're having a good weekend. Okay? Holy crap. Whew! Okay. This person, I think, has been through a lot. And maybe at work, this person was through the... Maybe this person was pushed to a point where they were like, I'm done with this. Like, and in your field... You guys can really go work anywhere because there's such a demand, right? And I think this person was, we met at work years ago. Okay, got it. This person is going through some stuff. They were kind of pushed to a breaking point, in their personal life. So do you still, I'm sorry, I need context. I try to be there for them as much as, but I think I see. So you still interact, because I'm thinking, is this someone you just want me to read their energy? Well, you're still interacting with this person. This person was recently pushed to their breaking point. And you have actually been quite a light in their life. Okay? But don't over, it's funny, this person watches you, and maybe you've been through similar things and you tell your perspective, and I feel like this person has a lot to learn from you, but also don't, I think that's my own trauma speaking, sorry. I was going to say don't over love, right? I think this person could be open to romance, but they really need to like level their life out right now. This person is grateful for you. I think this person in the back of their mind somewhere thinks maybe one day, but they're not, when they're thinking of you front and center, I don't think that they are thinking about romance. I think this person is, you are kind of a guiding light. You're the sun in this person's life, and you're almost more of a teacher for them. And that, when you're more in a partnership, and I'm not saying it has to be equal and right? I'm just saying, sorry, I'm rambling. You want someone who can equally hold you down. And I don't think he's there right now. I don't think he's there right now. Tower. Yeah. This guy's crawling out of the rubble of the tower that fell still. He likes you. He thinks you're sweet. He sees you as someone who is giving him grounded guidance, and you're a light in his life. But we do have this Knight of Cups, which is hopeful, but you need someone who can hold you down and be more of an equal, and he's just not there yet. He's not there yet. So I like the other guy. Listen, in terms of romance, I really like the other guy I just read on, to be quite honest, more than, we have the Magician. This guy, and I'm not trying to talk badly about him, this guy needs to learn how to help himself as well. Because I think that he, I don't know if you were watching the previous reading, and we were talking about themes of, walking into the lion's den, and also teaching yourself how to behave in different ways. Like, he could take a few pages out of that book. I'm happy to be friends only. Yeah, I don't see him like aggressively pursuing you. This is more of a friendship where you are a guiding light. Spirit, show me what else. 11th house of friendship couldn't be more clear. Scorpio, Venus and Scorpio. But you may be one of the only soul people that they really confide in, and even still, he's still not telling you everything. You're like, yeah, I think he's hiding. I think he hides it. Yeah, this guy does not easily open up to people, okay? You know what? I'm going to use dark romance. What is he, like, what else is this guy dealing with? Just for fun. So I don't even really feel like this is a romance reading. You give him a fresh perspective. You're encouraging him to move forward and close chapters maybe in his life. And he has to actually do the work. He has to really do the work. Like, it's time. Manifestation. Unforeseen. And gossip. Yeah. He doesn't always choose the the healthier path, which can be hard to watch sometimes. So it's like with him, he's a little bit of a wild card. He has the power to do whatever he wants to do. Is it easier to do the other thing? Sometimes. And that I wish he could be honest with himself. Yeah. He doesn't have a large social circle. Yeah. Spirit, what happens next in this friendship? A new start. Meditate and contemplate. Balance spirituality and practicality. You are the one who holds the gate for the boundary. So you may, if it feels burdensome, maybe you dial it back a little bit. The new start is coming, new moon. Maybe this new moon, something's going to pop up with him and you're going to decide how you want to act moving forward, but that's what I have for you. I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. All right, we have a few more. I have Michelle, Kendra, and Virgo. Let me make sure that's what we've got. Our reading list is closed. Michelle, go ahead and post. How are you doing? I will be on tomorrow at 4 Eastern as well. Who's coming towards me next in love in the next few months? Spirit hydration check, kings and queens. They're taking me to your throat chakra. Michelle, don't be afraid to really show people who you really are. Don't be afraid to just call the thing a thing. And especially when you meet new people, sometimes we can dance around things, if you know what I mean. Like, oh, I may be afraid to make this political statement, or maybe I'm afraid to talk about this taboo topic. And it's like, you gotta be free to be you. I think you need to show people more of who you really are so that you know if you're a match sooner. And Spirit, you're embarrassing me right now because they're showing me. I had a relationship years ago with someone who definitely was into the finer things in life. And I was like, look, bitch, take me to Olive Garden. Like, I don't really care about this whole thing. And this person actually liked that I was like, honey, let's go to a chain restaurant because that's where I'm from. And they were like, I'm into this. Again, weird example, but that's what came to mind. Be upfront and real and raw about what you're into, how you live, your habits. things like that. The sooner the cards are on the table, the better. I don't know why. This is the message that's coming out for you. We have strength to show someone who you really are. Four of Wands, the connection can happen when you maybe don't approach things as formal. The Sun, beautiful. Six of Swords. Let me see what else. Who is coming towards Michelle? Options. Who's coming towards Michelle? I see Sag. I see Leo. Could be some air signs sprinkled in there too. We don't need to... I feel like we always have Leo energy attracted to you. Let me see what else. The Chariot, Cancer, the Lovers, Gemini. So keep it open because I'm seeing multiple options coming in. But I think the less serious you take this and the more playful and loosey-goosey. And are you a Libra? Correct me if I'm wrong. You're a Libra, right? Because you guys you're the master of love, honey. You're the master of love. There could be a Gemini here that could be a really cool match for you. But again, I would keep it open. This is more about authenticity and sitting in, yes, Libra. So sitting in that Empress energy and just kind of like being nonchalant and letting it be, and maybe not taking things so serious. Now, one of my best friends is a Libra, and she is a very proper woman. But in the streets, behind closed doors, give me a moment. Hold on. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. But behind closed doors, I mean, relaxed, letting it all hang out, whatever. And that is the playful side that needs to be shown. The Four of Swords is you don't need to put in so much effort, especially in the beginning. The Four of Swords is I am attracting energy. I'm not out there looking for something. The good news is I'm seeing way better quality people around you. Six of Swords, the Sun, strength. I mean, we've really moved out of some, you know, I think the people in your past, you are not going to be touching energy like that whatsoever. Ace of Wands, the people that are being attracted to you, you are also attracted to as well. There's reciprocal attraction there. You are more concerned about your internal peace. The Four of Swords doesn't mean no one's coming. I'm seeing lots of energy around here. This is more so I'm not putting in a ton of effort. Like I'm going and I'm living my life and I'm doing my hobbies or I'm doing whatever. And if someone comes my way, someone comes my way. The Sun is saying the right thing is going to happen at the right time. You don't need to like spin your wheels trying to find the last men on earth 2026 to date. You know what I mean? Spirit, show me what else. And I can't even pin down one energy right now because there are a few coming in. So this could come in all forms. I don't know if you're on the apps. I don't know if you're in like hobby groups or whatever, or if you know, whatever it is that you're into, the gym, there could be a couple different people around you. Spirit, show me what else. Moon and Scorpio in the 10th house. Is there something work related here? Maybe there's somebody at work as well. Maybe, maybe not. Just throwing that out there. Moon in Scorpio in the 10th house, there could be like a hidden secret admirer type of energy at work with the Scorpio moon. Spirit, show me who is coming towards. I'm actually going to grab more. Who is coming towards? Who is coming towards? Express your love. Pay attention to the red flag separation. Now, let me see what else. I see you dating, and I see you filtering people out. And I feel like you are going to come into alignment with somebody, and this could maybe be like towards the summertime, that you more so have something serious with. Do not be discouraged. I feel like you want to know in the next few months, I feel like there's some people that come in and out that can be interesting, but this is all part of the discernment process, right? Paying attention to the red flags. And potential time apart here. We have the separation card, which means it could take a little bit longer than a few months for you to find the person who kind of really gets you. And then Spirit down here just really reiterating, we have Moon, Crossroads, Lilies. This is you. This is reiterating that like you're going to meet the right person at the right time, and there's no controlling that element, right? There's so many things. Yeah. So living your life, doing the things that you like to do, putting yourself out there, but not making it your job. Like it's not your, you know what I mean? But I feel like there could be someone more significant. This could be a Gemini that you meet, you know, June, July, mid-year, that feels much more interesting, much more in alignment with you. And someone who you can actually show your full self to and not have to hide. I do think that there could be somebody from work as well that kind of pops up or wants to hang out with you. Someone could also have a Scorpio placement here. What else do I want to see here? So yeah, I'm seeing, and the other thing is like, it's okay. Like, is it frustrating? Yeah, but it's okay for you to date someone and get to know someone and realize that like, I don't know that this is the person for me, which is another reason why, you know, being upfront with how you roll pretty quickly is going to help filter some of that stuff out. But I do think that your energy is open. I think that you're attracting people to you without you having to do the most. Without having you to do all of the things. So yeah, fire signs, air signs. I think we had Scorpio, Cancer in there. I think there's even I mean, it's all over the map. There could also be an event like a wedding, or the Four of Wands is a celebration as well. So when you get invited to a party, say yes. Could be a fundraiser, some type of event. Definitely go do that stuff. Double Leo here. That's what I got for you. I'm sorry it's not like a crazy exciting thing, but I'm seeing people coming in and you making the decision. Which way am I going to go? Filtering people out pretty quick. There may even be some people who like, they text you or you talk on the phone and you're like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good on that. Because maintaining your peace is the most important thing. Because you can have a very peaceful and full life before this person arrives. That's the goal, right? Because you are responsible for that. So I think it's a little longer for someone super significant popping in. That's what I got for you. Discernment definitely themely. I'm sorry, babe. Yeah, I wish this was more, I wish he was arriving tomorrow on a white horse. But I'm seeing you, I want to talk really quickly before I jump into the next one, Michelle. I do see you, like, just really connecting with someone on such an authentic level. It's kind of undeniable. And then you're going to look back on all this old mess and be like, yeah, that was kind of a joke. Like, what was I doing? Okay. Kendra, you're up. I have Kendra and then Virgo, and then we are out of here. Thanks, guys. What's gonna be? Ooh, snap. We're going to use Edgar Allan Poe for this one. Holy crap. Before I even throw cards down, thanks to my astrologer, she was like, honey, you don't need the cards. Before I even throw my cards down, Kendra, I don't think, and I'm not trying to insult his intelligence, I don't think he is consciously aware that he's doing this. But I do think he's doing it, and I think it's a matter of how toxic of a level are we looking at here. So Spirit, show me. Is Tyrell an energetic opportunist or like an energy vampire towards Kendra? And then Spirit just said, are you allowing him to be? So let's take a look. Right. So let's take a look here. One more shuffle. Spirit, show me. Is Tyrell an energetic opportunist? 3 of Wands. He could be that King of Wands energy we're reading about because he's showing up as King of Wands again. Yes, but. The answer is yes, but I don't think it's like sinister. I don't think it's as dark and sinister. You want to know the cards. So it's 3 of Wands, Empress, Hanged Man, Magician, King of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and 7 of Wands. I think he's a verbal processor. I think that he's looking for Empress energy, which is you. He's looking for someone that he can feel nurtured and mothered, because I don't think he got that energy. So the 3 of Wands, he was attracted to your energy very quickly. You're able to give him a different perspective. You also show him kind of a better quality of life that I think he's trying to achieve for himself. So he feels really good in your energy. Is that opportunistic? Yes. Is he a vampire? I don't think in a super sinister way, but if he's draining your energy, yes. So I don't think he's evil. I think that we have High Priestess, use your intuition. I think this is a young man that was, I think this is a young man that never learned how to fully be emotionally intelligent. I don't even want to beat him up, honestly. I think that he's been through a lot. He carries a lot of weight on his shoulders. I don't think he knows how to be emotionally intelligent. I don't think, like, I talk very badly about men on this channel, but it's every human being, right? We have bad mothers out here, and he could have had a mother that didn't really show him, or father, right, that didn't show him how to be a man, or didn't show him how to whatever. And so he's looking for that comfort. He's looking for those conversations in someone like you who is open and has good energy. But at the end of the day, you're not the therapist. So it's almost like looking for a therapist rather than a sinister vampire is how I pick up his energy. Yeah, here's what I'll say. I've never picked up that Tyrell is a bad or like evil type of energy whatsoever. I think that he's a guy who's got a lot on his shoulders, who's just trying to figure stuff out. And he wasn't given a lot of guidance or love in his youth growing up of how to show up. And so now he's just out here being an adult, kind of floundering around. Exactly. Right. But if you got to buy diapers and formula, it's kind of hard to pay for a therapist, right? So I think that there's, again, like he's got all these other layers. And then the other thing I think is there is an ego here, I will say, and most young men have this, many do, right? Especially the attractive ones, right? Where it's like, look, this King of Wands, he may need to tell you how great he is or how cool stuff is so he can convince himself that that's really the case, when in reality, when he goes home, his life may not really feel that good. His life may feel a little chaotic and messy, and so when he comes to work, he may want to inflate things or talk to you about things because he feels safe in your energy, but Kendra's going to keep it moving at this point. It's funny you're getting the Seven of Wands a lot too in your readings, which I think is interesting. The King of Swords. Maybe one day in his older age, not old age, but 50s, 60s, I think this guy's going to look back and say, man, I wish I would have known that. I mean, I think we all do. But I feel like he's a young pup that's not fully grown yet, is how I feel about him. And I don't care if he's 30, that's just the way I see his energy comes through as a young boy that is doing very adult things, and he doesn't really know how to he's not, he could be making better choices and improvements in his life, and he's kind of like, if I want to sit on my couch and play Xbox all day, and I don't know if I'm just saying this, right? Like, he could be improving his life. I'm not saying nobody deserves downtime and hobbies. That's fine. I just feel like he could be doing other constructive things to get to where he wants to be, even from, the emotional intelligence standpoint. I don't think that he is very self-aware or aware of, like, he's one of those guys that would be like, the divorce came from nowhere. And it's like, the signs were here all along, honey. Let's see what the energy with him. Spirit, show me, how will the energy shift moving forward with Kendra and Tyrell? Spirit, show me. Yeah, he has no, he is so concerned with his own self needs and what's going on in his own head. And I'm not saying he's a bad man. This is how he came up. This is how he was, you know, the people, maybe his mother, father, whoever, like that's how they were. So that's how he became. I grew up in a very similar type of situation. And then I had to kind of like unlearn that. You know what I mean? Step out of your comfort zone. He needs to. He needs to heal. Believe in the impossible. I think he's capable too. I think he's capable, but he just, you know. I could just see him like sitting on the couch and his mom is like, Tyrell, take the trash out. And he's like, one more episode, Mom. It's just like, dude, just do the thing. Just go do the thing. Yeah, he comes across very childlike. Spirit, I feel like we answered the question, so I'm going to give Kendra some bonus, or just some extra energy here. Spirit, what can you tell Kendra? Because I feel like we, you know what I mean? Spirit, what other messages do we have for Kendra? Because I feel like we've established Tyrell's energy here. One more for Tyrell, and then we'll get into this. I want to pull some messages for you, because Mars in the 11th house. He may have some, I don't mean to say it like that. Yeah, like he may spend time, he may prioritize time with friends, or maybe he doesn't have a lot of good influences around him, and he just kind of sticks with the status quo. It's like, this is the way it is, these are the people around me, this is the norm, and this is what it is. And so I don't really see myself having to want to grow or change, because that takes work. And he's probably tired from working a job and then having to, you know, be the father of this child and then have a baby mama. Like, here's the thing. Ain't nothing wrong with having kids, baby mama, baby dad, whatever it is. I don't have a child, and I'm like, I do multiple jobs, whatever. Like, if I had a kid, I wouldn't be able to do all the stuff that I do. And like, I would be exhausted. And if Newbie's still here, she can tell you, like, I can only imagine the energy that you put in these kids. Like, my friends have kids. It's a full-time job, plus some, and no weekends off, right? Like, so this guy's probably exhausted, and he's looking for relief in things that aren't productive. Okay. Let's talk about Kendra's energy. A partnership for the new age. I don't know if I've ever pulled this before. It's time to welcome it. You're looking for someone who can meet you on your level. The realm of your truth is opening up, and we have Ace of Swords. If he's not the kind of quality guy you're looking for, it ain't him. Ooh, a wonderful surprise is coming. Something entirely new. I do think the guy you connect with, or the next guy, this is new energy. It's not Tyrell, is what I'm feeling. I will leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Thank you. And you work with kids, right? And so, yeah, there's a lot going on over there with him. And I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he is looking for creature comforts, because I don't think that he's probably exhausted and spent, and it would take even more work for him to, you know, get off the couch and take the trash out like his mom wants. I'm going to leave that. I'm such a weirdo. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Virgo is up next. Virgo, depending on your question, I'm going to use the dragon deck. And then I'm 2 hours in and I'm out of here, honey. Bye, Kendra. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay. Okay, cool. So I got your question, Virgo. One moment. All right. So I'm curious to know what my colleagues Lillian and Vivica think of me. I get tension from them. Everyone else is fine. I'm going to use the dragon deck, and I'm going to do a throwdown. Spirit, I need the energy of these colleagues. Lillian. Spirit, show me Lillian. We have Queen of Pentacles. Let me put this back in the deck. Spirit, show me the energy of Lillian. Show me the energy of Lillian. Energy of Lillian. Lillian is suspicious of everybody. I want to talk about her first. Lillian is suspicious of everybody. The other thing is she doesn't like attention being taken away from her. And I think she's tolerable enough to work with, but she's just like, and it could have been anybody off the street. If there's attention taken away from her with the star, Eight of Pentacles, she's like, who's this person? Who's this person? And why are they not considering me for that? I don't care if she's like a 1-year nurse. I don't care. If she's a new grad. Like, she's like, who is this person? And does she think she's so great? Because this is just and this is not personal. This is how she's wired. She gives off this energy to probably everybody. And particularly like a management situation. And because you're the new kid in town, or the new boss in town, she's probably like, whatever. Everyone's concerned about this new boss. And now people aren't looking at my hair. Or my inappropriate nails that are way too long for the job that I do. I feel like she's one of those girls. Do you know what I'm talking about, Virgo? I kid. I always... Sorry. My healthcare days are long behind me, but I remember, it's like, honey, if you're a caregiver or you're doing, you know, like, let's be mindful of how we're showing up to work. And you typically have rules about that stuff anyway. Moving forward, Spirit, show me, who's the other one? Vivica. Vivica's got a chip on her shoulder. These are the readings, SV. These are the readings I love to do. Knight of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and Four of Cups. Vivica is probably a water sign, has been doing this for a while, and I don't care how old she is. She has the spirit of a divorced person who, you know, their family left them and they've been working in a coal mine for 6 years and haven't seen the sun. This woman, whether it's true or not, this is a Four of Cups, Four of Swords. This is a pity party. I'm not going to be happy about anything. I think she has a level of depression and she doesn't like anything. And she's giving me Cancer, Scorpio vibes. And are they in cahoots? What's our final card here? They may be friends with each other because misery loves company. Take it or leave it, but they're kind of cut from the same cloth. This isn't personal. Vivica also, it's different than Lillian because Lillian's more of like, Lillian wants to be a popular queen bee. And they're kind of in cahoots together. Vivica is more like sad, emo. I've paid my dues. Why is everything so hard for me? And just generally miserable is the thing. And I don't necessarily think either of these things are directed toward you. I don't think that she really likes her life, and she doesn't like anything anywhere. Generally, Four of Cups is her baseline. She can get the job. She's probably a better worker than Lillian because she can get the job done. But on the inside, she's very sad. Could have been a former emo. Or current day emo. Uranus and Capricorn in the 11th house. So here's what I'll say. People can shift and change in work environments to best and be friends with certain people to advance their career. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these people may eventually go somewhere else and be less of a problem because their friend, hooked them up with another shift or another job or something like that. Maybe they don't like working night shift or something like that. I don't know what it is, but that's what I'm picking up. I don't think it's personal for either one. They're both just, this one's a brat and this one's depressed is how I'm reading it. When you log on later, let me know how that resonates for you, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.